Are you a law firm or a financial firm who is completely overwhelmed and confused by all of the marketing advice that you're seeing floating around online? It can be very, very confusing to know what type of marketing strategies to use and what's going to work best for you. In this video, we're going to talk all about the right marketing strategies to use to help you scale your revenue to multi seven figures. So make sure to keep watching. Hi, I'm Carrie. I'm a fractional CMO and marketing consultant for law firms and financial firms. And we love helping you to scale your revenue using the best opportunities that we can find for you in a really sustainable way so that you can make more money in your business without having to work more hours. By the end of this video, you are going to learn the top 3 marketing strategies that you can use in your firm to help you scale your revenue to multi 7 figures. Okay, so number 1, marketing and growth strategy that you want to focus on is this. Start by reviewing your customer journey and look for the best opportunities for growth. I know that seems kind of weird. You're like, what? Look at my customer journey. But we actually want to not focus so much on what's happening outside your business. I actually encourage my clients when we're looking for the best marketing strategies for them is we want to start in our own businesses because every business is unique. So start with the customer journey, right? And you want to take a look at it from awareness all the way through to ascension. There's lots of spaces and steps on the customer journey where you might actually be leaving money on the table. And so if you're in a law firm or a financial firm, for example, there's lots of opportunities where you might be just having some gaps. And one of the best places to start when you're looking for a marketing strategy or a growth strategy to implement is in those areas of the customer journey. So let's talk about an example. So one example from a client business that I have worked in is that they are a consulting business for nonprofits. And we were looking at their customer journey for their consulting side of their business. And one of the opportunities that we found is that there was no follow-up strategy for when someone either did not book a call, maybe they came to the website, they filled out the contact us form or they filled out the intake form, but they never booked an actual free consultation call. Or another opportunity we found is that there was no sort of follow-up plan or strategy for what if somebody like booked the call but didn't show up, or they ghosted, as my daughter might say. So that's actually a huge opportunity because many times people will fill out a form or come to your site and then they might forget, they might go away. And because people are really busy, we want to make sure that we have a really solid follow-up strategy. Believe it or not, follow-up is one of the biggest missed opportunities in a professional service business, not just for law firms and accounting firms, but for any professional service business. It is the one that gets often overlooked and forgotten about. And it's because we don't think about the fact that people need a lot of touch points in order to, make that decision from, hey, I'm aware of you, to, hey, I'm ready to work with you. There's a lot of touch points and know, like, and trust that needs to happen between those 2 steps in the customer journey. So utilizing something as simple as implementing a follow-up sequence in emails, or even touching base with text messages or something like that that's really simple, can build that know, like, and trust, and also reminds them that, hey, there's a reason why I filled out this contact form and I need to come to this consultation call. Another opportunity about the customer journey that often gets overlooked is looking at re-engaging your current and past clients. Many financial firms and even law firms, once they have worked with someone, they sort of fall off. There really isn't a sort of re-engagement or re-energizing. And your clients that have had a wonderful experience with you, they are your best advocates. They are the best ones to provide you with more potential clients and customers. So having something like a re-engagement campaign, something to offer them, or even thank yous. For example, my mother was in real estate for 35 years, and she used to do this special thing where she would send a small little free gift to all of her past clients every single year. And that was a way to re-engage people, even people she may not have worked with for a while, but it keeps in contact with them. Now that we're in more of a digital age, you can do this digitally. Think about ways you can do a re-engagement campaign. And that's a major growth marketing strategy that you can implement that doesn't take a lot of effort and has a huge ROI. Number two, a marketing strategy for growth that can help you scale to multiple $1 million is take a look at what is working really well in your firm. What services are working really well? What offers? And let's redeploy those things. Let's think about how we can enhance that. So what I mean by that is a strategy that I do at the beginning when we work with our clients is we often ask them to pull some data for us. And one of the things we ask them to look at is what were your first highest, second highest, and third highest revenue month. We ask for that information. And then we also want to look at, okay, in those months where you were making that money, what were you selling and how were you selling it? So what were you doing in those months? And we really dig into the numbers. And the reason why is because often what we can do is we can take what is working really well and we can redeploy that, whether it's maybe just reselling it in a similar way, or we can think of another strategy that we can use to kind of emphasize that. And so often, you may not even know, or you may not be aware of what your top 3 revenue months are, but you may not be looking at all of that information. And so when you're thinking about scaling to multiple 7 figures, being aware of what is working really well and how we can lean into that is so important in marketing and growth. We don't want to spend our time on sales or marketing strategies that are not effective for our audience. We want to lean into what is working and really enhance that. So take a look at your top 3 months in the last 6 to 12 months. What works really well for you? And how can you redeploy that with some growth and marketing strategies? Like, how can we maybe create a small promotion or create a campaign around that and lean into it and really enhance it? Okay, so I'm curious, how many of you have ever done a re-engagement campaign with your current or past clients? Have you ever contacted past clients, maybe done something nice for them, or maybe it was like an email series, whatever? Let me know. Have you done a re-engagement campaign before? And how did it go? Did it work well for you? What didn't work well? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what has worked for you in terms of re-engaging with current and past clients. Okay, number 3, growth marketing strategy to help you scale to multi-millions is to diversify your marketing presence in areas that are going to show the quickest return on investment. So that's a lot of words. What do I mean by that? So what's really important is to know where to spend your efforts in your marketing. So it's number 1, really important that we don't rely on only one bucket or one area of marketing. So for example, if you were only reliant on referrals as a way to grow and scale your revenue, that's wonderful if it's working for you. But putting all your eggs in one basket can sometimes be a little bit dangerous. And we want to make sure that if the tides change, that we are diversifying how we are making people aware of our business and our firm. So it's important to diversify into other marketing buckets. You have things like relationship marketing, where you can network and go to events and do affiliates and things like that. You also have search marketing. You can have a podcast or a YouTube channel. You can invest in SEO, improving SEO on your site, writing blogs, etc. You can also do social media or organic social, where you are investing in showing up on social media channels. And then you have paid traffic, which is where you're advertising. That could be through Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Google ads, etc. So it's important to think through when you're deciding how to diversify yourself. It's important to know your audience and where they're spending time. It wouldn't make any sense for your firm to spend time on Facebook if your ideal client is not there. So if you're going to invest in organic social media, make sure you're aware of where your people are hanging out, where they're spending time, where they're getting their information, because we don't want to spend all of our efforts in a place where they are not at. And then also knowing your audience behavior is so important here when we're thinking about diversifying, because we wouldn't want to spend time in an area where we know, like, if your audience is not really somebody who's going to go to webinars or open up emails, we want to be really cautious about where we're spending our time. So for example, if you have a law firm or an accounting firm, you are somebody who is probably spending a lot of time in relationship marketing, where you're probably going to events and networking and really building relationships, because people who are hiring a lawyer or hiring a CPA or a financial planner, they're probably going to get that based on somebody's recommendation. So investing a good amount of your time in that marketing bucket is really important. But you also want to think about what are some other areas that I can spend on. Search marketing, like Google and podcasting or YouTube, is another really great opportunity for a professional service business like lawyers, accounting firms, financial firms, etc., because people are often searching online for answers, or they're looking for the best lawyer, the best this. They're looking for that information. And if they can find you when they're searching, it actually is wonderful for you if you have that. So those are just two examples of ways you can diversify. What you don't want to do is spend all of your money and all of your time, and you don't need to be everywhere. What you want to do is diversify into the best places for your firm. So one of our consulting clients focuses on, she's a consultant for nonprofits. And like I said, consultants will spend a lot of time on relationship marketing. So she does a lot of relationship marketing. But we also know that a majority of her ideal clients, the nonprofits, are on LinkedIn. That's where she found connections with a lot of people. So her organic social media strategy centers around LinkedIn. And she also has a YouTube channel where she promotes her consulting and her podcast as well. So she has a diversified kind of marketing strategy between organic social, relationship marketing, and search. She has a podcast, she's showing up on LinkedIn, and she has a really solid plan to build her consulting business through showing up in a relationship, like a networking group. So she's a part of Provisors, for example. It's a great networking group for people in professional services. So diversifying your marketing strategy and your presence is really important, but you want to do it in a way that is actually going to be effective for your business. You don't want to show up somewhere where your ideal client is not, or where they're not going to hang out and spend, and where they may not be doing that type of thing. We don't want to end up having you focus so much time on sending a bunch of emails if they're not opening emails. We want to go and meet them where they are so that we can provide the best opportunity for them to find you. Okay, if you are a law firm or a financial firm and you are looking to scale your revenue in your firm while working less hours during the week, then I have the perfect training for you. It is called Simplify to Scale, where I walk you through our framework of how we teach our clients to scale their revenue by implementing some sustainable strategies for growth. If you are looking to work less hours and you want to get started in figuring out how to do that while not sacrificing your profit, go ahead and click the link below and you can access it. It's a free training and it's in the description. Okay, so thank you so much for watching our video on the top 3 growth marketing strategies that can help you begin to scale to multi-7 figures. And don't forget, if you like our videos and you like our channel, make sure to click subscribe here. We would love to have you continue to join us and get access to more videos on how to scale your firm using sustainable marketing strategies.